I'd like to ask you, Todd Drouillard, what is the biggest risk?
The biggest risk that we face right now, and it's nearly on every project, both large and small. It's uh, the actual long lead times to get either equipment or the materials. And what that comes down to is that it's really risk to both cost and to the schedule. It's been the biggest thing is the so what happens is a project gets started, gets planned, the architect is engaged, we're doing the work, the engineering's been done, the project goes out for a bid, and long behold, some of the equipment that's been specified for the project, it could be things like roofing, insulation, roof deck, mechanical, electrical, equipment, gear, and we find out that it's a long lead time and it's beyond the project time. So you'll never get, let's just say X, in the amount of time that you thought it would take. So it's extending the schedules, and as everybody knows, time is money, especially when you have, like the contractors with their hands in their pockets. You need equipment, you need goods, you need all these things to put the pieces like in place. So so the biggest risk that we're seeing now is lead times on really equipment and products. And there's ways. So there's a couple things that we do in the the like industry to help like minimize that. And a couple things that we always try to instill is kind of doing, you kind of plan in from the worst case back. So it's kind of like planning in reverse. And if there's a way to pre-purchase or to pre like order all this equipment and have it brought to the site within like a reasonable time, so then it can get installed. So it's that idea of just in time. If you can plan ahead, and it takes time, and it takes it takes a good design team to kind of think ahead. But if that's all done, there's really no risk at all. And it's really hard to kind of push off that risk when you're at the will of of multiple folks trying to procure all these things. Um, and one way to do that, again, is to pre like order these things. Um, and of course, there's risk in that, uh, that piece of, well, because you have to have a lot of trust. But and there's really not a way like out of it, unfortunately, until the lead times come down. But that's probably the biggest risk that I face on like a daily part. And I'm sure the owners, contractors, and everybody else is having the same like the same like issues.